Morphe's Kathleenlights palette. I just got this with all the lights, and the back has Kathleenlights' picture. I really love watching her videos. I think she's very genuine, very down to earth, very sweet, and she's really pretty. And then she has her little message on the back, which I think is a nice touch. Tried some Morphe brushes in the past, where I got them from IMATS or Makeup Show, I remember. But I've never tried any like makeup products from Morphe. So I'm pretty excited to try this out. And this is very limited edition. That she said that she pretty much like picked out some of her favorite eyeshadows from other Morphe palettes, as well as like I guess like created like came up with some of her own eyeshadows for this palette. So very excited. So yeah, so the outside packaging, you know, it's very nice. And the product ingredients listed on the side. This palette has 22.5 grams of products. This, I guess, is the total products, and you know how much it contains. This whole palette contains, and it has 12 months of shelf life. I was pretty surprised that you know, I just ordered literally one single palette, like, and it's not one of those bigger ones, and it came like really securely wrapped in that giant bubble wrap and inside a pretty standard like a medium-sized box. I mean, I guess it's nice because they don't want anything break during the process of shipping. And I appreciate that because I did pay shipping for this, but I did also use the Kathleenlights coupon code. She has a 10% off coupon code just for using her name, so you can save 10% off. But anyways, not only the this palette was like bubble wrapped, heavily bubble wrapped. The palette itself inside the outside box is also nicely nestled in like a nice like 2 layers of bubble wrap, which I really appreciate. I mean, the palette itself is a cardboard box, cardboard palette, which I don't mind because I like something very sleek and very simple. And I like how this is like a matte black with like red letters. Or this. I think magnetic closure is probably easier to open. I don't like some of those like plastic packagings that you have to kind of like really like get in there to like really open it. Yeah, but this is great, and it's like a pretty nice sturdy cardboard packaging. So when you open it, you know the price is like really inexpensive. It's like $13.50, something like that, I believe. So don't expect that you get a mirror inside. You don't get a mirror, and I wouldn't need a mirror. I mean, I don't really need a mirror in every single palette. Not really. I don't think so. And there's a plastic protecting shield, I guess, over the eyeshadows. So like I said, I've never tried their eyeshadows, so. Oh, and then the other thing that this thing doesn't flip all the way back. I like how she picked out like, you know, several matte shades, a lot of like shimmer metallic shades, and this one like really sparkly very odd sparkly green color. Interesting chunky type of glittery eyeshadow, which I'm kind of dying to swatch. So I think I'm gonna swatch them for you right now. They don't have, I don't know the names of each one of them, so I'm gonna swatch them from like, you know, I don't know, how am I supposed to swatch this? Okay, I think I'm gonna swatch them like, you know, like this. So from left to right, top to bottom, and I'm going to swatch them and show it to you. So this is the first row. As you can see, they're quite pigmented. This is just like one swatch from the pan. For the price, the top row looks not too shabby. I mean, they all feel really smooth and soft, not like too soft that it will kick up a lot of products. With the exception, now I just look at it closely, the second shade, which is the matte kind of like a bone colored shade, that one seems like it kicked up some product, and because it's very like soft and powdery, like not like powdery like, but in like a soft powdery way. So that one kicked up quite a bit of product, but everything else applied very smoothly. And the pigmentation is really nice. Let's do the second row. So this is the second row. As you can see, this one is kind of powdery, a bit powdery, and then this one is a little bit like a little bit sheer, I guess, or I don't want to say patchy, but a little bit sheer. This cranberry shade is quite dark and pigmented, almost like my lip color. If you're wondering, I'm wearing the Stila liquid lipsticks in the shade, oh my god, what's this shade called? Rico. I still think the pigmentation is pretty nice, pretty decent. Consider the price of this whole palette. You know what I mean? So like, I guess you have to think about like the price comparison. All right, clean off. You know, let's swatch the very last row. The colors from the very last row of this palette. I think this color is very gorgeous, and this shade is like super wet and foiled, very beautiful. This one needs a little bit work, I feel like, just because it's not as strong as this one, but this one is very soft. This mustard yellow, pukey brown color, whatever you want to call it, I love shades like these too, because it's really great for the fall, and it's just really unique. Like shades like this is very unique. Black is not too shabby, I guess. A little patchy. Okay, so these are like the finger swatches I just did. My brush swatches are pretty much just applying them with brushes on my eyes, so that's what I'm gonna do now. So stupid, I didn't press record the whole time. Holy shit, are you fucking serious? I thought I was recording the whole time. Anyways, let me just show you what I did very quickly, basically, and I apologize for not pressing the record button. How silly. Retarded. Anyways, so I've used 3 brushes so far, along with my fingertips. I first just used this, Luxie Taper blending brush. I used this bone shade all over the eyelid just to set my whole eyelid and prep for the other eyeshadows. Hopefully that they can go on smoother. Since I've never used these, I don't know how they blend. So I didn't use any eye primers. When I was applying my foundation, I pretty much just used remaining foundation over my eyelid. So that's why I want to set the entire lid with this, you know, flesh tone like bone shade. So yeah, I just fluff this color with this blending brush over my eyelid, and then I used the same brush and I went into this kind of like a dusty mauve shade, and I applied that in the crease area, and I apply it pretty high above my crease since I don't really have a slight crease. I just have like a little fold right here. But if you have your crease like very prominent crease, so just apply that color with a fluffy blending brush. Just apply that in the crease and then blend it upwards so it kind of diffuse the color and kind of fades upwards toward the brow bone area. And I use a regular eyeshadow brush. Any eyeshadows will do. This is from Elizabeth Matte All Over Shadow Brush. I think I got all those brushes from like Ipsy Glam Bag subscription bags. Really handy. So I picked up this really nice rich cranberry shade, this dark shade. Apply this over the entire lid space. So if you have lid space, you know, underneath your crease, you know, towards your lash line, which to me it's like, you know, I don't know, this area. So just apply this color over your eyelid and kind of like slowly build up. Don't put too much, just build one layer first and then blend out with the first brush. And then when, you know, I went back in with the same cranberry shade and I apply a little bit more on the lid, and then again blend it with this, you know, toward, you know, upwards towards the crease area, and that's how I get this kind of a smoky cranberry look so far. And then I kind of like went in with the bigger, another, you know, blending brush, and I went back with the bone color and I applied this underneath my eyebrows just as a brow bone highlight. I don't really want to do anything shimmery on my eyebrows because I did apply some highlighter, cream highlighters on my face, and because I want to do this like shimmery shades on my lid, so I don't want to have too much like shimmery, so I kept my brow bone matte, just using this same color with a even fluffier brush. And then also once I kind of like, you know, kind of like clean up the brow bone area, I kind of use the same color in a way blend down into the cranberry shade, so it kind of really creates a more like a blended out, like diffuse look, so you don't see any harsh lines. So this is what I have. And then I use my fingertips instead of like, you can wet your, you know, brush, a paddle brush, or you can wet like any synthetic brush and then go into this taupey shade. I just decide to use less brushes. That's why I decide to use my fingertips, and I think it works really well with any metallic or shimmery shades. You can use your fingertips, and then the warmth of your finger kind of like helps melt the product onto your eyes. So I just kind of like tapped a generous amount on the center of the lid, and then use another finger kind of like slightly blend the edge of the shimmery eyeshadows into the matte eyeshadows, and then I went back in to get a little bit more and then intensify this color just a slightly more on the center of the lid. Since I applied the liners, this is like an eyeshadow crayon, but I like to use this as an eyeliner anyway. So you want to use like a little smudgy brush or pencil brush and kind of just like smudge out the liner. This thing sets pretty fast though. And then just clean this smudgy brush like off the tissue, and then I'm going to use the same brush and pick up that same cranberry shade. Just dab a little bit, and I'm going to kind of like smudge out that liner even more. If you don't like a reddish like under reddish color on your lower waterline, I will actually use that cool like grayish brown color. I was gonna use that, but then I'm like I like something more dramatic and reddish, so that's what I'm gonna do. A little bit of the lightest, you know, this taupe shade, mix it with a little bit of this lightest shimmery highlighting shade, and see if we can get some kind of like inner corner concussion out of it. Let's see. Something a little bit more subtle, because I feel like if I go straight into the lightest highlighting shade, it might look a bit too too much, like too bright, if you know what I mean. I just want something kind of subtle, almost like not applying anything, but anyways. Yeah, it's very subtle, just like literally just a little bit. Just do some mascara, apply some mascara primer first. I'm gonna do I'm gonna do my apply some coats of mascaras. You can see from the swatches, they are really pigmented and they feel really smooth and very soft. And they don't really have a lot of fallout, which is great. And if you want to see close-up swatches of all the eyeshadows and the ingredient list and all that stuff, you can go to my blog. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and give me a thumbs up if you liked it, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on any future videos. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye.